All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Hoppy Friday. So they're calling this one a Mosaic, Strata and Citra-hopped Double IPA. Comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review, and this can is approximately 5 weeks old. So it's been almost a couple months since I posted a review from Hop Butcher on the channel. I haven't got a box from them since I think it was like mid to late January, but here in the Western New York area, we get drops of their stuff about every month or so. Usually 2 or 3 of their beers show up. So their latest drop included their Bughouse Square, which I've already reviewed on the channel, one of my favorite double IPAs. So I grabbed a can of that just to enjoy off camera, and their Pickle Spear, which was a pale ale. And I picked this one up to review because I've been kind of fiending a little bit for their 7.5% double IPAs, and the fact this has Mosaic, Strata, and Citra, I'm really excited about it. So anyway, the name of this is in honor of the folks who go and grab their beers on Friday. They usually do Friday. I think it's Thursday and Friday drops, but definitely Friday drops. And yeah, I love the can art. It's, you know, Dan Jetsa. It's Hop Butcher. Here we go. So anyway, I don't know what to expect out of this one. I did not look at the tasting notes pretty gross. I did not look at the tasting notes because I wanted to kind of be surprised. I haven't looked at the tasting notes from Hop Butcher beer, and it's got to be at least a couple years. I used to look at them and I realized that they influenced the way that I felt about a beer. I'd be like, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely getting that. I'm getting this. I'm getting that. So I don't do that anymore. At the end of the review, we'll look and see if, you know, I did a good job with the tasting notes. I doubt it. Usually don't. Anyway, this has that, you know, milky, honey orange color, more like an orange color, maybe even a little bit lighter. Hold up to the glass. This is like a heavily fruity sour. You can't even see through it. Has about a finger of a super creamy, very dense looking off-white cream colored head. Looks beautiful. Looks kind of what I expect from a Hop Butcher beer. So let's get a nose. Ooh, it smells green. 5 weeks old, smells a little bit green. Now I'm curious to see what they'll say as far as the tasting notes. First thing I'm getting is strawberry from the Strata, or some kind of berry, but it's leaning strawberry, and it could be the Mosaic influencing, maybe like a mixed berry, and then a big pungent like lemon vibe. A lot of times they'll put like, I think it's pink lemonade on the back of these, so I'm thinking that might be a tasting note based on the nose. Yeah, so the citrus it's orange, it's sweeter orange, it's over-ripened orange, it's orange juice, a little bit of the pith. Then I'm getting straight up mixed berry lemonade. You could say strawberry lemonade. You could say pink lemonade. Something in that realm is what I'm getting in the nose. There's a little bit of like a pineapple, and then like a very dank and herbaceous greenness to this one. Definitely has a little bit of like the hop burn vibe in the nose. Like a lot of times when I get hop burn and I smell it, this is what it smells like. So I'm hoping that hop burn isn't too big, but it smells pretty fucking fantastic. So let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. It's delicious. It is delicious. Oh, I've missed some Hop Butcher. There's 7.5% double IPAs. If you ask me from Hop Butcher what some of your favorite beers, the vast majority are going to be double IPAs that are in their like a lot of their double IPAs are 7.5%, which a lot of people are like, that's not double IPA, 8% is, whatever. I'm not going to here to argue that. But what I'm saying is, when I see a 7.5% double IPA on the label from them, usually more often than not, it's right in my wheelhouse from body mouthfeel perspective, from a taste perspective. It's just always really good. Most of the time, like 95% of the time. Mine, this is higher side of medium, lower side of full, way bigger. And the one thing I noticed, especially from the last box they sent me, and then the last beer that I picked up here locally that I reviewed, their bodies in these 7.5% beers are drinking almost like 9 or 10. They're definitely higher side of medium, lower side of full, kind of more in that realm, a little bit thicker. And you see it from the actual look of the beer, but then also the taste is the same thing. Mouthfeel, it's soft, it's smooth, it's incredibly creamy. A little bit more carbonation than maybe some of the best mouthfeels I've had from them, but definitely up in that upper echelon mouthfeel, fantastic. The taste isn't overly complex. From the palate, I'm getting like ruby red grapefruit, sweet orange, juicy orange, pithy orange. So it's kind of like more orange heavy at the beginning with a little bit of grapefruit. And you could say anything from sweet to juicy to pithy orange. This is like all encompassing the fruit for the most part, but leans a little bit juicier and sweeter. Midway through the palate is where the berries hit. And this is, again, I'm gonna just lock it in. They're gonna say pink lemonade on here somewhere because I'm getting strawberry lemonade, a mixed berry lemonade, definitely big, sweeter lemon vibes that, again, make me think of lemonade. And I think I'm definitely getting strawberry and like blueberry, but the strawberry is leading the way. So I say mixed berry, but I think the strawberry is a little bit more impactful. There's a little bit of like a ripened pineapple. Second half of the palate, this finishes very green and grassy, more so than like a lot of times these will be herbaceous and dank, sometimes piney and floral. This is like green and grassy. There's a very mild hop burn here. So I would have said if I would have drank this like 2 or 3 weeks old, probably big throat burn. It's a very mild throat burn, very mild greenness, hop burn, green astringency, whatever you want to call it. 7.5%, you can't tell. This leans a little bit sweeter. This has a semi to full-on dry finish, mild bitterness, but like a lot of their beers in this realm, it does lean a little bit sweeter. This is like 60-40, 65-35 in terms of the sweetness to the dryness and the bitterness. So this is a little bit sweeter, probably one and done with this one, but I love the flavors here. If the hop burn was a little bit more prevalent, and if that dryness wasn't there, I think I would rate this a little bit lower just because I think the sweetness would kind of overwhelm me even, halfway through this can, maybe 2/3 of the way through this can. I don't think that's going to be the case, but I also don't think I would want another one. I think that by the end, the hop burn is going to be maybe, a moderate, or even if it's not, I just think the sweetness and just like the intensity of the flavors would be a bit too much to drink another can. I don't know, let's pour in all the goodies because there's always chunks and shit in the Hop Butcher beers. Yep, oh yeah, let's get in there. It's good for you, it's protein. Probably. Anyway, we'll look at tasting notes in a second, but Hoppy Friday from Hop Butcher, their Mosaic, Strata, and Citra Double IPA. I have no issues whatsoever in giving this one right here a very, we'll go low 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. 4.4 out of 5 for this one. I really like it. It'd be even higher if it wasn't for that hop burn, and I think it was a little bit less sweet and more balanced. This would definitely be like a 4.5, 4.6, but this is what I was fiending for, and they kind of delivered on it, and I'm happy about that one. So if you see this one in your neck of the woods, give it a go. Oh yeah, tasting notes. Sweet orange. Yep, I said sweet, juicy, pithy, basically orange in a nutshell. Ripe berry. Well, yeah, but I was banking on pink lemonade. Juicy lemon, you mother. So they kind of split it up. They went ripe berry and juicy lemonade. I would have went pink lemonade and then maybe like green grassy or like green herbaceousness or herbaceous dankness. I don't know, something that they typically put on there. That I wouldn't have did that, but I think I'm in the realm of what they said this beer is. Price and availability, this is where it's going to differ depending on where you are. I know in and around Chicago, these are $15 to $16 a 4-pack. Here, they were $20 a 4-pack. I am fine with that price point because a lot of other half beers in the same realm, they're $20 a 4-pack. And I put Hop Butcher and other half up there depending on the beer, depending on a lot of things. They're definitely right in the same space for me. And $20 a 4-pack is fine, especially in distro from Chicago. Like, I'm okay with that. Might be a little bit more expensive where you are, maybe a little bit cheaper, but your mileage may vary when it comes to price point and availability. And availability, like I said, as Hop Butcher, so many places are seeing them. Some people don't even get a sniff of their stuff. You can get them online at different beer stores if you look hard enough. I think Tavor has their stuff occasionally. I don't know. If you want Hop Butcher, though, it's not that hard to get. It's not like a super... I mean, they have hype behind them, but it's not like you can't get their beers. If you really wanted to, you could trade. You can order it online. You could maybe go somewhere close by within an hour or two drive to grab their stuff. It's not that hard to obtain their stuff, but if you're somebody who just is like, I'm not going outside of a 10, 20 mile radius of my home, if they don't deliver or they don't distro to your area, then you're probably not getting your hands on them. So anyway... huge thanks to Hop Butcher for sending this, what they did. So, but huge thanks to Hop Butcher for supporting the channel over the past 3 years. Really cool. I hope at some point, get another box from them. But if not, it's been awesome to just be able to try out their stuff over the past 3 years. They've been put on my radar, and when stuff shows up here locally, I will buy their stuff to support them, but also because they make delicious beer. So huge thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. If you've had this one before, post in the comment section. I hope that some of my regulars in Chicago, like Kenny, for instance, chimes in on what you guys thought about this one. I know Jeff, I'm pretty sure Jeff had this in Michigan, so I'm curious to hear what your guys' opinions on them are. I probably already toasted your Untappd check-ins in the past, but post in the comment section. Let me know what you're feeling about this one, and I'm going to post this one on a Friday, so Happy Friday, everyone. Yeah, that was cheesy, but this is the Beer Patrol. That's how we roll. Cheers.